Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, volleyball fans of all ages, welcome to another game video here on YouTube. I am Jonathan, and we are still coming to you live from the Rise Energy Drink Star Center here in Farmers Branch, Texas. This is day number 2, game number 3 of the American Volleyball Challenge, and you're looking at your Texas Image 18 Black versus Corpus Christi Storm 18. Corpus Christi obviously out of the Lone Star area. Both these teams have secured their spot in gold tomorrow. This is simply the battle for first and second place in pool, bragging rights if you will. Texas Image, as you can tell, is on the far side in their reds. Corpus Christi Storm, here to refer to after a storm if I can help it, is in their red, white, and blues on the close side. Storm currently has a record of 4-1, dropping one set this morning, while Texas Image is currently 4-0. Both teams have won 2 games completely. So these teams are your, well, like I said, your first and second place, depending on who comes out the winner of this particular match. In your lineup for Texas Image, we're going to start off in the bottom right, which is actually going to be the top left. Number 8, Winter Baptiste. Number 5, Christina Emato. Number 20, Holiday Mayfield. Number 13, Savannah Garcia. Number 7, Alana Bradley, with number 15, Jaden Sheffield, and number 6, Gianna Ramos as your libero. Number 6, Gianna Ramos in for number 7, Alana Bradley. Texas Image won that coin toss, and we'll start off serving in this set number 1 with number 13, Savannah Garcia, serving for Texas Image. Let me check my screen real quick before I get settled. Good serve. Free ball. Ramos has a dig. Garcia to Mayfield. Mayfield attacking. That is a point for Texas Image, making that 1-0 off of a good kill from number 20, Alana Mayfield. On the attack, blocked by Mayfield. Monster block, point Texas Image 2-0. That is going to be your first point for Storm, making that 2-1 Texas Image. Baptiste on the serve receive. Ramos on the assist. Baptiste, free ball. Tip. Emato has it up. Sheffield on the assist. Baptiste attacking. On the attack, blocked by Emato. Baptiste is there. Mayfield attacks. The attack is long and out. No touches being called. That's a point for Storm. 2-all. Sheffield on the serve receiver. Garcia backs to Mayfield. Mayfield with the tip. Sheffield digs it up. Garcia takes it on the run. Baptiste attacks, gets through the block. Back row attack. Ramos back to Emato. Garcia tries to one-hand it over the net, but is unsuccessful in doing so. Point Storm 3-2. Service error from Storm is an easy point for Texas Image, 3-all. Checking in for Texas Image, number 3, Jessa Hoda in for number 20, Alala Mayfield. Now serving for Texas Image, number 3, Jessa Hoda. Here's the attack. Attack is long and out. No touches being called. That's a point for Texas Image. 4-3. Looks like the line ref over here is going to go up to R1. I'll be calling a touch. Having quite the conversation. Reversing the call, we're calling a point for Storm. 4-3 Storm. Hoda has it. Attack from Baptiste. That is a miss on the tip and a point for Texas Image, making that 4-all. Number 7, Lana Bradley, in for number 6, Gianna Ramos. Now serving for Texas Image, number 5, Christina Emato, as we got a rumble and bumble outside from some thunder. That is an ace. Point Texas Image. 5-4, Texas Image first to 5. That is an ace. Point Texas Image 6-4. At least it's raining outside. At least the car is getting washed after that mess from the ice storm, assuming the rain is halfway clean. On the attack, Hoda has it big. Garcia pushes to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks. Calling a point for Texas Image. Don't know what the call is. 7-4. R1 didn't make a move other than point. Beautiful serve from Emato. Tip. Oh, Baptiste tries to tip it back but cannot. Point. Storm. 7-5. Texas Image. Sheffield on the serve receive. Garcia bumps back to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks, is blocked, and drops on Texas Image's side. Ramos tries to recover, but cannot. That is a point for Storm, 7-6. Texas Image. Hoda on the serve receive. Garcia back sets to Baptiste. Baptiste tips. They pancake it successfully, but cannot recover it. That is a point for Texas Image, 8-6. Now serving for Texas Image, number 8, Winter Baptiste, with number 9, Jordan Hill, checking in for number 13, Savannah Garcia. On the attack, oh, Hoda shanking the ball out hard. Point, Storm, 8-7, Texas Image. Beautiful serve receive from Hoda as Hill attacks. That attack is long and out. No touches being called. Point. Storm. 8-all. Sheffield shanks the ball out on the serve receive. That's a point for Storm. 9-8. Sheffield. Oh, What are we calling? Calling that a good point for Texas Image. 9 all. A good save from Baptiste, saving that shank. Now we got the R1 and the line refs coming to talk to all the refs, like what's going on. Currently the score stands at 9 all. As the R1 is having a discussion with people, 3 of the people refereeing, the R1, the R2, and the opposing line ref did not see anything. We have one line ref saying that they saw something. Point is going to stand for Texas Image, 9 all. We've got number 20, Alale Mayfield, checking in for number 3, Jessa Hoda, with number 15, Jaden Sheffield, serving for Texas Image. Baptiste takes it on the hands, but it is shanked out. That is a point for Storm, making that 10-9. Storm first to 10. Ramos on the serve receive. Baptiste. Bradley tips. Mayfield has it. Baptiste back sets to Hill. Hill attacks off the block. Ramos. Baptiste bumps up. Antenna violation. Point. Storm. 11-9. Ramos on the serve receive. Baptiste bumps to Mayfield with a back row attack. Tip. Baptiste goes to try to save it from the tip, but cannot. That's a point for Storm, making that 12-9. Timeout, Texas Image. Texas Image takes their first timeout in this set number 1, game number 3. As I remind you, both these teams have already secured their spot in the gold bracket tomorrow. This is simply the battle for who's first and second in pool. I mean, really, that also determines like what time you start tomorrow and where you are in the bracket, in the gold bracket tomorrow. So it's not just who's first and second in pool, but I mean, you're already gold. So this is first and second in pool. Whatever happens tomorrow is whatever you make of it. Getting back into it, set number 1, 12 serving 9. Storm serving Texas Image. Corpus Christi Storm with Sheffield taking that serve receive. Mayfield attacks. It's in the tape. That is a point for Storm. 13-9. Ramos on the serve receive. Baptiste to Hill. Hill attacks. Ball sent out on that attack. That is a point for Storm. 14-9. Ramos on the serve receive. Baptiste to Mayfield with the tip. Tip. Baptiste has it. Ramos on the assist. Hill attacks. It's in the net. Point. Storm. 15-9. Ramos on the serve receive. Baptiste Bradley with an attack. On the attack, Sheffield has it. Baptiste pushes to Mayfield. Mayfield attacks. Overpass. Ramos has it. Baptiste Bradley tips. Sheffield has the dig. Baptiste. Mayfield tips. There was a midline violation. And the net. Point. Texas Image. 15-10. Storm. Now serving for Texas Image. Number 6, Gianna Ramos. With number 5, Christina Emato in for Bradley. Here's the attack. Baptiste one-hands it up. Ramos on the assist. Mayfield attacks. It's blocked. Over one hand. Free ball. Point. Texas Image. 15-11. Storm. Defense from Memento. Point. Storm. 16-11. Mayfield has it. Sheffield saves it. Ramos. Free ball. Short. Point. Storm. 17-11. Mayfield has the serve receive. Ramos on the assist. Mayfield tips. On the attack. That attack is long and out. Ball is way out. Point. Image. 17-12. Storm. Checking in for Texas Image, number 13, Savannah Garcia. In for number 9, Jordan Hill. Now serving for Texas Image, number 13, Savannah Garcia. Kept Mayfield jumping up, smacking that ball down. Calling an illegal attack also on Storm. 17-13, Storm. On the attack, Storm tooling the block of Mayfield. That's a point for Storm, 18-13. Sheffield on the serve receive. Garcia bumps to Mayfield. Mayfield attacks. Point, Texas Image. 18-14, Storm. Checking in for Texas Image, number 3, Jessa Hoda. In for number 2, Alole Mayfield. Now serving for Texas Image, number 3, Jessa Hoda. Free ball. Baptiste has it. Garcia pushes to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks, gets through the block. On the attack, down right in front of Hoda. That is a point for Storm. 19-14. Ramos on the serve receive. Garcia to Emato with the tip. Push back. Right over Garcia's head. Garcia can't get to it. Neither can Hoda. That's a point for Storm. 20-14. Storm first to 20. Timeout. Texas Image. Texas Image getting back into it. This is set number 1, game number 3. Texas Image versus Corpus Christi Storm. Corpus Christi Storm leading 20-14 in set number 1 and serving as Ramos takes that serve receive. Garcia over to Baptiste. Baptiste attacks. They shank it out. Non-recoverable. That's a point for Texas Image, making that 20-15 Storm. Checking in number 7, Lana Bradley. In for number 6, Gianna Ramos. Now serving for Texas Image, number 5, Christina Emato. Service error from Texas Image is an easy point for Storm, making that 21-15. Number 6, Ramos in for number 5, Emato. Sheffield and Hoda both not talking, shanking the ball, popping it into the net. Point, Storm, 22-15. Sheffield on the serve receive. Hoda assisting. Sheffield attacking. Centered up. Ramos has it. Garcia to Baptiste. Baptiste attacks. They shank it. Non-recoverable. Point. Texas Image. 22-16. Storm. Checking in, number 9, Jordan Hill, in for number 13, Savannah Garcia. Now serving for Texas Image, number 8, Winter Baptiste. Hoda. Ramos assisting, Sheffield attacking. In the net, it's like 4 touches. Point. Texas Image, 22-17, Storm. Defense. Sheffield has it. Point. Storm, 23-17, ball sent out by Texas Image. Texas Image has exhausted all timeouts for the set number 1. Storm has yet to use one, and Storm is 2 away from victory. Ramos on the serve receive. Baptiste back sets to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks, cooling the block of Storm, making that 23-18 Storm. Checking in, number 20, Alale Mayfield, in for number 3, Jessa Hoda. Now serving for Texas Image, number 15, Jaden Sheffield. That attack is sent out. No touch is being called. Point. Texas Image, 23-19, Storm. On the attack, blocked by Bradley, I think. Ramos has it with hands. Baptiste to Mayfield. Mayfield tips. On the attack, Mayfield has it. Baptiste to Hill. Hill attacks. Point, Texas Image. There's a touch on the hit. 23-20. Storm. Storm taking their first time out of this set number 1. Split between Baptiste and Sheffield. No one making a move for it. That's a point for Storm. 24-20. Set point, Storm. Ramos on the serve receive. Baptiste bumps to Mayfield. Mayfield attacks. Ball sent out on the return. That is a point for Texas Image, making that 24-21. Set point 2, Storm. Number 6, Jenna Ramos serving for Texas Image for number 5, Christina Amato. Actually, Bradley, I don't know, whatever. Watch the game. Sheffield has it. Baptiste to Mayfield. Mayfield attacks, gets through the block. Ramos to Baptista to Mayfield with an attack. That is a good attack and kill for number 20, Ale Mayfield. Set point 3, Storm at 24-22. On the attack, blocked by Mayfield. Blocked by Hill. Missed in the back by number 15, Sheffield. That is a point for Storm. 25-22. Storm over Texas Image in this first set. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with set number 2. All right, sports fans, we're getting back into it. This is set number 2, game number 3. Texas Image, 18 black versus Corpus Christi Storm, 18 out of the Lone Star region. Corpus Christi forcing Texas Image to lose their first set of the day, dropping that first set 25-22. Both these teams are already in the gold bracket. This is just for who is in first and second place in this particular bracket today, or in this particular pool. Both these teams are going to go tomorrow. If Texas Image pulls out a win here, that will force it to a third tie-breaking set, 1st to 15. If Storm wins, then Storm is first in pool. Texas Image is second in pool. Both gold. Since Texas Image started serving in this set number 1, that means Storm will start in set number 2. Sheffield on the serve receive. Baptiste attacking. Ramos digging it up. Garcia to Mayfield with a tip. In the net. Point Texas Image, making that 1-0 Texas Image. Checking in for Texas Image, number 3, Tessa Hoda, and for number 20, Alale Mayfield. on the attack off the block of Sheffield. Ramos tries to save it. Hoda tries to get there in time, but just can't get there to make any difference of it. That's the point for Storm, 1-all. Sheffield has the serve receive. Garcia back sets to Baptiste. Baptiste cannot get the ball over the net. That's a point for Storm, making it 2-1. Sheffield and Ramos fighting over the ball. Garcia back to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks. It's blocked. In the toe to Ramos to Garcia with 2 touches. That's a point for Storm, making it 3-1. Sheffield shanking the ball out on the serve receive. That's a point for Storm, 4-1. Sheffield on the serve receive. Garcia getting it off net. Sheffield attacking. Hoda missing on the dig. That's a point for Storm, making that 5-1. Storm first to 5. That is an ace. Point. Storm, 6-1, timeout, Texas Image. Getting back into it, this is set number 2. 6 serving 1, Storm on top of Texas Image. 1-0 overall and 6-1 in set number 2. Texas Image has used 1 timeout. As Ramos takes that service receive. Sheffield attacks. That attack is high and out. No touches being called. Point Storm, 7-1. Ramos on the serve receive. Garcia to Baptiste. Baptiste attacks. Point, Texas Image. Ball shanked out. 7-2, Storm. Number 7, Lana Bradley in for number 6, Gianna Ramos. Now serving for Texas Image, number 5, Christina Emato. Ball shanked out off the block. That's a point for Storm, making that 8-1. Or I should say, Storm pulling the block of Texas Image. Hoda on the serve receive. Garcia to Sheffield with the free ball short. Ramos has it. Garcia to Baptiste. Baptiste attacks into the block. It's off the block and then deflected back down onto Texas Image's side. That's a point for Storm, 9-2. Hoda has hands on the serve receive. Garcia pushes to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks. Bradley's there. Garcia to Baptiste. Baptiste attacks. No touches being called. Ball is pushed out by Storm. That's a point for Texas Image, making it 9-3. Storm checking in for Texas Image, number 9, Jordan Hill, and for number 13, Savannah Garcia. Now serving for Texas Image, number 8, and for Baptiste. Off the block. Sheffield one-hands it over. Hoda has hands for it. Baptiste bumps to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks. Ramos has it up. Baptiste to Bradley. Bradley attacks. Ramos saves it. Hoda's there for it. Baptiste to Sheffield. Sheffield tips. That was Hill. Ramos on the assist. Sheffield attacks. They check it out. Point Texas Image, making that 9-4 Storm. Ramos shanking the ball out on that attack of the point for Storm. 10-4. Storm first to 10. And first to double digits. Hoda has hands on the serve receive. Bradley has a brain fart, I guess. Baptiste couldn't get to it. That's a point for Storm, 11-4. Ramos on the serve receive. Baptiste to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks. On the attack, off the tape. No one touching the ball. That is a point for Texas Image, making that 11-5 Storm. Checking in for Texas Image, number 1, Kat Mathis, in for number 15, Jaden Sheffield, and number 20, Alale Mayfield, in for number 3, Tressa Hoda. Now serving for Texas Image, number 1, Kat Mathis. Down in front of Baptiste, point, Storm, 12-5, Storm. Mathis on that serve receive. Baptiste to Mayfield. Mayfield attacks. Ball is shaked out super fierce. Point. Texas Image. 12-6. Storm. Now serving for Texas Image. Number 6, Gianna Ramos. Attack blocked by number 5, Emato. Ball sent out, no touches being called. That is a point for Texas Image, 12-7 Storm. Ramos serving. On the attack block, Ramos has it up on the recovery. Baptiste to Mayfield. Mayfield attacks. Ball sent out on that attack. No touches being called. That is a point for Texas Image. 12-8 Storm. On the attack. Oh, looks like that was over the hands of Baptiste and got snuck past Mathis on the back. Point. Storm, 13-8. Mathis on that serve receive. Baptiste to Mayfield. Mayfield attacks, but it does not break the tape. It's a point for Storm, 14-8. Ramos on the serve receive. Baptiste pushes to Emato. Emato attacks, gets through the block. Baptiste is there. Ramos on the assist. Hill attacks in the block. Hill on the recovery, but shakes the ball out. Point. Storm, 15-8. Storm first to 15. Mathis on that serve receive. Baptiste to Mayfield. Mayfield tips. On the attack, Baptiste has it. Ramos on the assist. Mayfield attacks, gets through that block. It's out. Point. Texas Image, 15-9. Storm. Checking in for Texas Image. Number 13, Savannah Garcia. In for number 9, Jordan Hill. Now serving for Texas Image. Number 13, Savannah Garcia. Mathis has that dig. Garcia to Baptiste with the free ball. Push. Oh. Mathis was coming up to catch it because she knew it was coming up short. Ramos was falling back. They almost ran into each other. That is a point for Storm, 16-9. Ball is a short ball into the net. That's a point for Texas Image, 16-10. Storm checking back in for Texas Image. Number 3, Jessa Hoda, and number 15, Jaden Sheffield. In for number 1, Mathis, and number 20, Alole Mayfield. Now serving for Texas Image. Number 3, Jessa Hoda. Sheffield has it. Garcia to Emerson with the tip. Point, Texas Image, making that 16-11, Storm. Off the block, Ramos has it up. Garcia to Sheffield with an attack. Hoda has it up on the dig, but it is shanked out. Point, Storm, 17-11. Storm. Ramos on the serve receive. Garcia to Emato with an attack. Baptiste and Emato turning around. Baptiste telling everybody to go, but I think Baptiste was probably the closest one to it. That's a point for Storm, 18-11. Got to remember to play defense first. Timeout, Texas Image. Everything starts with defense first. You cannot get a hit without a set. You cannot get a set without a dig or a pass. You got to play defense first, regardless of what your actual position is on the court. Ramos on the serve receive. Garcia to Emato. Emato attacking. Oh, got through the block. Garcia got hands on it. Somehow weird, shanking the ball out. That's a point to Storm, 19-11. Ramos to Garcia to Sheffield with an attack. That attack is long and out. No touch is being called. Point, Storm, 20-11. Service error by Storm is an easy point for Texas Image. 20-12, Storm checking in. Number 7, Lana Bradley, and for number 6, Shannon Ramos. Now serving for Texas Image. Number 5, Christina Emato. Service error from Christina is a point for Storm. 21-12, Storm. Hoda on the serve receive. Garcia to Sheffield with the tip. On the attack, blocked by number 7, Bradley, but dropped on Texas Image's side. That is a point for Storm, 22-12. Sheffield on the serve receive. Garcia sets over the net. Garcia one hand keeps it alive. Hoda on the assist. Sheffield tips. Everybody's very far forward. Ramos has it. Garcia to Baptiste with an attack. Gets through the block. They shank it somehow. Point. Texas Image. 22-13 Storm. They cannot return the ball from the serve. That is a point for Texas Image, making that 22-14 Storm. Number 8, Winter Baptiste, serving for Texas Image, if I didn't say that already. On the attack, off the block, Ramos has it. Baptiste pushes to Sheffield. Sheffield attacks. Ball is out. No touches being called. Point, Storm, 23-14. Ramos on that serve receive. Baptiste to Sheffield with an attack. Here's the attack back. Ramos digs it up. Baptiste setter dumps over the net. But Storm is able to just pop up there and hit it. That's a point for Storm. 24-14. Match point, Storm. Ramos on that serve receive. Baptiste to Sheffield with the tip. They keep it alive. Ramos has it. Hill attacks, gets through the block. Ramos missing on the dig. That's a point for Storm. 25-14. Storm over Texas Image 2-0. That puts Storm in first in pool, Texas Image second in pool. Both these teams are in gold. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell icon. Turn on all notifications so you never miss another live broadcast or upload. I am Jonathan, a.k.a. That Volleyball Dad, reminding you to spay and neuter your pets, not your children. We'll see you out there tomorrow for the gold bracket. Let's go, Texas Image.